Hey everyone, what's up? What's good? This is Chelsea of Vividglowtarot coming at you all with another Zodiac tarot card reading for the month of January for all my Scorpios out there. So let's just jump right into this and start off with the astro dice that was rolled for you all. So we have Venus with Pisces in the second house. Again, I do apologize if my camera's a little shaky. I usually have my stand on something else, not the actual table, so I do apologize if it's a little shaky. But anyways, with this combination here, we have, it really represents financial flow through creativity. So you may experience for the month of January wealth coming in from non-traditional or artistic resources or sources such as music, healing arts, or spiritual ventures. And your vision here, or your authentic magical being that you are, has like a strong potential to anchor into stable revenue. And then it also talks about like your spiritualized values. So like your sense of self-worth is currently kind of tied to like your higher ideals rather than just numbers in a bank account, right? Or, you know, this is what you may start working towards in the month of January if you haven't in the past. So you may even feel more generous or find that, you know, doing good leads to doing well, because I am kind of picking up that you may have not possibly done this before. And then I can't help but see, you know, from my homemade channel message cards that I made, it says changed mind and growth. So keep that in mind as well. And then also magnetic attraction. So instead of like chasing money or security, this role here suggests that you're in a phase of attracting. And by leaning into your natural grace and intuition, so you may find opportunities or resources coming to you more effortlessly. And then it also talks about, you know, this like melodiness to you or a convincing way of speaking. It's a good time for negotiations or any task where your voice needs to kind of charm others, but just be careful within doing that, because again, I am picking up a type of energy that you may do this that could be in a more negative way as well. But this role does carry extra weight because Pisces can be, you know, a year to kind of like turn your spiritual inspirations into material world results. But watch out for overspending, because with Venus and Pisces, it can lead to like you having a little bit of rose-colored glasses here when it comes to money or finances. So you may be tempted, you know, with emotional spending. So be sure to prioritize needs over temporary wants to maintain stability starting this month for the year. And it also talks about having financial breakthroughs. So opportunities for sudden gains or breakthroughs through negotiation or like, I don't know. I just feel like you're more, especially if they are aligned with your creative values, then certain breakthroughs through negotiation will be highlighted for the month of January into 2026, okay? So that's what I got from the astro dice, you guys. Normally I pre-shuffle, but I felt called to shuffle on camera, so I'm going to get the overall energy for you, my Scorpios, by pulling a tarot card. Okay. So we actually got the Magician in reverse and the Nine of Cups upright. And we will get back to this in a moment. I want to pull a few channeled messages from my homemade card deck I've made for my flashcards. See what channel messages come out for my Scorpios that you need to receive for the month of January. Let's some channeled messages. First, we have jewelry. So I don't know. Again, it could be in regards to emotional spending here. You know, you may be spending your money on jewelry, or you may even get into making jewelry as your creative project for a source of income. Okay. So this card came out again, changed mind growth. We also have reconciliation here. We have rebel, wild, party, mysterious. We have working out in your favor. We have empath, sensitive. Attuned to spirit, skeptical, manifestors, free-willed, and have natural gifts. Absorbs people's emotions and feelings deeply. We have sabotage, integration, working on it, investigating. And then lastly, we have a stroke of good luck. Again, it did talk about with the Astro Dice, you know, a financial opportunity or investment within a spiritual creative idea, or something within your spiritual past, your spirituality, your gifts, your talents. All right, so that's what I got from that. Now let's jump in and talk about the tarot cards. So this is definitely the reason that I was picking up kind of like manipulation type of energy, a trickster, like by how you talk or communicate, you can charm people to get your way. Because here with the Magician reverse, with the Nine of Cups, it suggests achieving like a desired outcome, but through manipulative or misguided or unauthentic action, right? You may be enjoying a wish come true as well. We did get a stroke of good luck here, and that feels hollow or was achieved by force rather than skill, indicating like a need to reassess if your external success matches your inner happiness. Okay, again, manipulated success. So the Nine of Cups, it really brings contentment and satisfaction, but with the reversed Magician here, this card would suggest this might not be earned through honest or focused efforts, because like you might be getting what you want, but at the cost of your integrity or using questionable methods. Okay, so just keep that in mind and be careful of that. You may even have like some misaligned goals. We did get where is it? Oh, rebel, wild, party, or mysterious. This combination can often indicate, like, again, that your efforts are misdirected, leading to like a superficial satisfaction, or you have the resources but are not using them effectively or wisely. And then you may even have a little bit of like passive aggressive actions, so like within relationships or work. This combo can highlight a tendency to act behind the scenes to get your way rather than communicating openly. So just be careful what you wish for as well, because while the Nine of Cups is positive, the reverse Magician serves as like a warning that the result may not be as fulfilling as you imagine if you rushed the process or manipulated the outcome. So basically, overall, this pairing would advise you to ensure your goals are aligned with your true, authentic selves, and that your methods are honorable and you're being honest and it's pure, even if you are already seeing or are close to seeing your wishes fulfilled. So just, you know, be cautious of that, please, okay, for my Scorpios out there. So that's what I got from the overall energy for the month of January. Let's jump into the Oracle card portion. I am going to pull a few more tarot cards for the challenge, any advice, and then the most likely overall outcome. But first, from the Power of Surrender, let's see what you need to have the power to surrender and let go of for the month of January in regards to this situation. Some advice on this. Spirit, what do my Scorpios need to have the power to surrender for the month of January in regards to this situation? do they need to have the power to surrender and let go of for my Scorpios? Okay, so we have surrender to non-action. We have now's the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power and let others come to you. Okay. Do feel called to just pull one more card, Spirit, please. One more card for my Scorpios in regards to what they need to have the power to surrender and let go of for the month of January, please. Okay, we have surrender to Spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. Yes. So again, not doing things, you know, having non-action. Don't try to take things into your own hands here. Allow others to come to you. Surrender this and allow Spirit to work its magic for you. And this is going to allow you to achieve this authentically and honestly and purely. Okay. And spiritually as well. Next, we're going to be pulling from the Enchanted Map Oracle card deck to get a little bit more in depth within some advice and guidance or support for the month of January for my Scorpios. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Scorpios for the month of January? What message do you have for my Scorpios? Spirit, what message do you have for my Scorpios? Okay, so we have Spark and it's in reverse. It's card number 34, which can reduce to 7. So maybe if you've seen the number 7 or if you're connected to the number 4, 3, or 43. There is a alternate message for reversals in this deck. I'm going to be reading from the guidebook. 34. All right, so it says you are a clear channel for divine creativity. And then it says reverse. Sometimes your fire gets doused by others who don't want you to be all that you can be. In that case, you need to move away from the water, lest things get too damp. The Spark card in reverse position may also indicate that you're allowing yourself to be consumed by a thought, feeling, or situation that you're in danger of becoming completely burned out. Compulsion and impulsiveness must be tempered now. Rest by a warm fire, let things die down a bit. Then you'll see the true spark will still be there. If not, you can always light another fire at another time. See, yeah, it's kind of saying to chill out a little bit, right? Kind of needing to take non-action, surrender at this time, let go, and allow this to unfold naturally for you guys, okay? So let's top this beautiful reading. This was a beautiful, I mean, you know, a little bit of challenges for my Scorpios, but overall, you know, you do have a beautiful opportunity, a spiritual advancement, or, you know, ascending into a higher vibrational level, or, you know, achieving a spiritual task, test, lesson, achieving some type of gift, or awakening another type of, you know, opportunity when it comes to being rewarded and blessed and rewarded, right? Okay, so what's the what's the challenge? Any challenges for my Scorpios for the month of January for them to be aware of? Any challenges? It's a lot of cards. So I feel the challenge for you guys is to kind of let certain things, like letting people's actions, letting go of people's actions and or your manipulative tactics, and remaining balanced and grounded with the Star card, and kind of embarking on a new journey, a new spiritual journey, a new path, something you've not really experienced or have tried to do before. You didn't kind of release and let go any, fearful doubts, worry, anxiety, overthinking that, someone's trying to take something away from you, and you kind of feeling like you have to have manipulative tactics within how you communicate and having to kind of allow things to go your way, right? Or if something is coming in for you that you're trying to embark, that is a new journey or a new path, remaining in balance, right? And turning over to spirit instead of taking things into your own hands here, okay? All right, so that's the challenge. Now, any advice for my Scorpios for the month of January? Any advice in regards to this challenge they're dealing with? Any advice, Spirit? Okay, the advice is to stand in your power. The Empress card is a very loving, nurturing, kind, independent woman who embraces who she is, knows her value, knows her worth, is very grounded, confident, abundant, and she is a creator, and births new ideas and creations, and you are going to be looked to, like as someone nurturing and kind and humble and a manifester, a creator. You are manifesting and embarking a new journey and a path here, and becoming more, this is your advice though, right? So needing to be more nurturing, more kind, more loving or mothering even, being more grounded, being more confident, within who you are, knowing your value, knowing your worth and what you deserve, and knowing that you're going to manifest and create this to come in. You will be rewarded and blessed. All right, if you can take this advice. So let's get the overall most likely outcome for my Scorpios here. Also, advice is doing more self-love and self-care. Nurturing yourselves, loving yourselves, mothering yourselves. Healing. Okay. So the advice is needing to possibly, again, surrender non-action. If you're sitting here, your advice is to quit overthinking, worrying, having anxiety, fear. You guys are like losing sleep, I see. Of like something, you possibly thinking of things you need to do and taking your hands that could ultimately jeopardize. That is not true to who you are. That could be manipulative tactics or mischievous or deception here. Or you are worried about this and feel like you need to take things in your own hands here. But no, you need to remain confident and value your worth and love yourself, do self-care, and surrender to non-action. If you're overthinking and worrying and having fear and losing sleep, over what you should do, non-action. Quit worrying. Have the confidence. Know everything's going to work out. You guys are natural manifestors, creators. Y'all are co-creators. And surrender to spirit, okay? Remain grounded and balanced. All right, allow this to unfold naturally because you are going to embark on a new journey and a new path. So the advice is to really surrender, you know, and heal and let go of whatever worries, fears, doubts, and, you know, quit overthinking, number one, overthinking and worrying and doubting and, yeah, that's one thing. And also quit, if you guys have been like communicating this to others, you know, stop that. If you've been trying to take things away from people because you're scared you're going to lose it, so you're trying to take, or if you're, again, you're turning into deceiving others or manipulating others, you know, trying to take things away from others because you're fearful that something's going to be taken from you or something's getting taken from you, and you've worked hard and you're getting so close to achieving it and you don't want it not working out or getting taken from you, you got to let that go for advice because, you know, a new beginning and opportunity will be coming in within clarity, truth. Also, sometimes if you let things be, people will burn themselves, you know, like they, ride this out because it's going to backfire, right? I'm picking up things will backfire. So just be, you know, careful within that, all right? But the overall outcome here is you will gain some kind of truth and clarity within this situation, okay? But you have to do the non-action and surrender to spirit here and get more grounded and have the self-confidence, the self-love, the self-care, you know, and allow this to unfold naturally for you guys, okay? So that's what I got for my Scorpios for the month of January. I hope this brought clarity, guidance, support, and confirmation within the experience or situation you may be dealing with and going through at this time or for the month of January. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please share to allow others the opportunity to receive these messages and guidance. And if you've resonated and would like to let me know, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so to receive new video content and uploads in the future. I'm sending infinite blessings, love, and light. And until again, bye.